Got the Texans fan by the podcast. Chuck Bridge, Fifth Ward Crenshaw. You know the best out there. Ken Huncho 713. To all my Texans Nation. If you feeling good, I want you to throw them H's up high. Yeah, like that. I see you. Houston, Texas, born and raised. Yeah, that's where I'm from. The best city in the state. Yeah, we stay turned up. There's excitement in the air for the Houston Texans. We swarming all year, causing havoc, we wrecking. Coming off that edge, we got 5-5-5-5-1. Thing on the outside, locking down your number one. All about the swarm mentality and the H. Standing on business is the way we operate. I rep that 7 like CJ, A1 like his. They 3 like Dell. H-time we doing it big. You know that 12 out here. And don't you never forget, better pick your poison, cause we got Joe in the midst. We rep that back.
Welcome back to the Texans Fan Battle Podcast. I'm your host tonight, Matthew Briggs. My boys, Crenshaw and Kendall, will be here shortly. But till then, we got a special guest in the building. We got Mr. Harley Dugan from The Lead. Everybody, if you know Texan content, you know this man very well. Harley, it's a pleasure. How you doing, boss?
Doing well, man. Doing well. Appreciate you having me.
Oh, it's always having you on. Fun having you on here. You've been a fan of the show for what, 3-4 years now, so it's always a pleasure to have you on here, man. Yeah, that's crazy, right? Like, it just seems like we started this thing a year ago. So it's glad to see it jump on. Before we kick off about OTAs and whatnot, we all got to experience the first pitch of the Kamari Lassiter over at the Space Cowboys. Kind of give what was your thoughts on Kamari giving back to the community?
Yeah, I thought it was cool, man. He bought everything for everybody. Hell, you had kids there that they had their brothers and sisters that couldn't make it. They were like, "Hey, can they FaceTime you, Kamari?" He was like, "Yeah, sure," you know. So that was pretty funny. You had some kids like, "Oh, I want to take a screenshot of us FaceTiming each other." So that was pretty cool. But I mean, hey, man, he's giving back to the community. That's exactly what you love to see from any athlete, you know. Any athlete that's in your city that you're repping, you want to see them give back to the community in some sort of capacity. And so Kamari did his thing, went out there, threw the first pitch, and hey, he threw a pretty good first pitch as well too. Now he got a little.
I was about to say it looked like he threw a strike down the middle, so you know.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, he didn't even wind up, so they didn't even give us a heads up. There it was just like Kamari's gonna throw the first pitch, and then if you blinked, you missed it. Like the Channel 2 cameraman that was there, he didn't even get the footage. That's how quick it was. So, man, Kamari was just out there like, "Hey, I'm about to chunk this rock," and there it went. Don't blink. So, overall, though, Kamari, he was hyping himself up. You know, he hyped himself up about how he was going to throw it across the middle of the plate. And, I think I had a little doubt, but, it was cool. It was cool. He's definitely down to earth. Definitely a guy that I could see a bunch of us hanging out with. He was super down to earth, super cool to talk to. Met his personal photographer as well too. Awesome guy as well. So it was cool, man. Shout out to Sam from K3 Vision for inviting a lot of his content creators out there, and anybody that could make it out there. I thought it was a cool experience for all of us, especially a lot of us that are trying to get into that door, right? We're trying to get into that media member outlet, right? So super cool opportunity for all of us, and meeting some other media members as well too. Aaron Wilson was really cool. Luis Ortiz from Channel 11, awesome guy as well too. I talked to him for a little while, but overall great experience, man.
Yeah, it's also a great time just to meet up with other content creators, like yourself, and then Ruben's always a pleasure, so and then Steph. So it's always good to be a community, it's all about the community, and it's also, like you said, seeing a player of his caliber. Because I mean, we're a little biased, but I mean, you got to put Kamari top 15, probably top 10 cornerback in the league. Uh,
Yeah.
so for him to take time and get back to the community, it's something special, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah, and again, shout out to Sam. And if y'all are looking for
Hmm.
a family event, June 20th, he'll have his softball
Yes.
charity event, and the legend, the GOAT himself, Mr. Andre Johnson, will be there. So make sure you take the family and do some meet and greets and just have a good time, you know. So yeah, definitely check it out. I bet Harley is sharing on his all his pages, but we've been sharing info for the charity event. So if you want to check it out, it's all on our social media. So definitely check it out and have a good time with Kamari and Texans family. Well, Harley, let's get into it. Before we talk OTAs, whatnot. Speaking of contracts, who do you think is going to get a contract first? Is it going to be Kamari or is it going to be CJ Stroud?
Wow. I thought you were going to say Kamari or Kalen Bullock. I mean, then I'm going to assume CJ Stroud. That's what I would assume it's going to be towards. You know, yeah, it's got to be CJ. He's the quarterback. You had the rumor, or I guess report from, I don't know if it was a report, felt more of just a hunch from Adam Schefter, surrounding a contract could get done before the season even starts. I don't know how much I believe that from Adam Schefter. I don't know how well he is tapped into the team. Just by like that quote, and when you look at the full video of him, I believe it was on Pat McAfee show, uh, like he said that he got a haircut recently. No, he didn't. Got a haircut in like February or March. So that was
Right after
wrong.
the playoffs,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, so like that's where immediately I went, oh, I don't think Adam Schefter's as tapped in as people think he is when it comes to this situation. That's completely fine, I mean, it's not like he's reporting for the Texans, like he's a national reporter. But somebody of his caliber, you would think would get this right. So that's where I go. I don't think Adam Schefter's right here. I don't think the Texans are going to be giving C.J. Stroud any kind of contract offer before the season. But I do have a good feel that this could be a really good year for the Houston Texans. But more so, we're talking about C.J. Stroud, and I think C.J. is going to have himself, I think, opinion, I feel, and everything at least looks wise, and just how everything feels moving right now, got a good sense that CJ is going to have himself a pretty good year, maybe a good bounce back year. I don't know what that dictates, because ultimately it's what can you do in the playoffs, Like regular season's awesome, good job, but can you get us to the territory we haven't reached yet? And that's obviously the AFC Championship game. If CJ Stroud gets you to the divisional and potentially gets you to the championship game, I think it's more than deservingly so. But I'm also at that point where if he doesn't, what do you do as a Texans organization? Do they even not give him I can't see that happening. I feel like they're giving him a contract regardless. And it does put you in handcuff you a little bit, sure. But what other options do you have out there? Now I know it's tough to say that without, seeing the future. Things change. But I think ultimately the Texans, if it's between Kamari or CJ, who's going to go first, it's definitely going to be the quarterback.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. I feel that way too. Uh, I can see a contract this year
Hmm.
only because of all the moves that they've been making. You know, the Nico Collins move,
Yeah.
all the cuts of Mixon and whatnot. We open a lot of cap space. I think we're number 6, if I'm wrong, of the most cap in
Yeah,
the
30
NFL.
million.
Yeah. So I mean, we got the capital, right? Like if you want to make a
Mm-hmm.
move, we got the capital to do it. So I can see it. But to me, if you're going to make a move right now, this is where you got to strike, right? Like last year wasn't such a great year for CJ, especially the playoffs. So you got to take it. Maybe you get a discounted price. Maybe kind of work your magic because Nick Casario, he's hit and miss on contracts here and there. But
Mhm.
hopefully he can strike hot and give a deal for the Texans because that's the best way. You can't pay him what you paid Will Anderson. I mean, there's just no way possible, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. So to me, I think this is kind of a win-win situation for the Texans if they sign him now because if he goes out and balls out next year and has the MVP caliber, you look like
Absolutely.
a genius, right? If he goes out there and lays a stink egg, I mean, you still got time to improve. Uh, but right now, you got to do it. Why? Like I said, he didn't have a great year last year, and our defense is constantly improving. I mean, we added Reed Blankenship. We added
Mm.
a couple of rookies to the mix. So like, it's the time to do it because you can mix and match what you do with C.J. Stroud with that defense, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So I hope they get it done. If not, we'll see what the season pulls out with us. I just don't want a situation of like Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars. So
Yeah.
and kind of like you said, handcuffed. You don't want to be handcuffed. So
Yeah.
we'll we'll hope to see. I'm with you. I think we're going to see good things coming from C.J. Stroud. Just kind of it's growing pains, right? Like let's call it what it is. We got his rookie year. Everybody just thought he was going to be the next outcome, but he's still young, barely 25. So like let the guy be a kid and learn from it.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing we could take from that, right? So
Yeah. I mean,
uh, yeah. Any more on CJ Stroud
no. I
in the
mean,
contract?
it's a I gotta wait and see how it looks during the season, right? I mean, we could talk about all this good stuff about him and the feeling that we have, but our
Right.
feeling is also biased as well too, right? Like we want that feeling to be good. So it comes down to his play during the regular season, and of course, the most important is the playoffs, and that's all I'm looking at is okay, everything seems like it's trending in the right direction looks wise, but can it translate to the regular season and the playoffs when it matters the most? Is this my quarterback that I am going to be, dying, ride and die with? Okay, I feel comfortable with him moving forward. Absolutely. You got games and like, sure, the schedule. You got some games where you're gonna need to rely on number 7. The defense is amazing, and we all know it can carry you to the playoffs, to the divisional round. We just saw that this previous year. But can 7 not just ride on the coattails of the defense, but can he elevate the Houston Texans entirely into, again, the unprecedented territory of past the divisional round? We've been waiting on that for how many years now?
Yeah. Look, like you said, we've seen it this past year. Um, Even though the defense was great, number 7 let us down. You can't turn the ball over. What was it against the Patriots? 5 times,
Oof.
if I'm not mistaken.
Felt
So
like
it
felt like
doesn't
more.
matter. It felt like right, like it felt like 20.
Yeah.
As a Texans fan, it seemed like too many. Even though your defense is amazing, if your quarterback can't keep your defense off the field, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
So he has to learn from his mistakes, and that's the only thing we can hope for, right? Like you said, we're a little biased, but I'll tell you this: I know a lot of the fan base is wanting this. I do not want this. I do not want number 10 being our starting quarterback. I do not want
No.
Davis
Oh no.
Mills being yes. I don't want him being the playmaker. I don't want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did good for those 3 games. He won, but he didn't win
Congrats.
pretty. Like the stats wasn't like world beating stats. That's what I don't
Mm-mm.
get. Like the outside media is like, oh, Davis Mills is the better quarterback. Not really. Like he's
Overreaction.
absolute. Now is he a great backup? Yes, I would keep him
Yeah.
as a backup for sure. There's reports that the Jets are actively trying to get him. Don't do it because we have yet to see C.J. Stroud play a full season. So you got to keep him as a backup. So
Yeah.
speaking of the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Kendall, what's going on, boss man?
What's good? What's good, fellas? Feeling good? How y'all
What's
doing?
up? What's up? Doing
Oh no,
well.
we're talking before we hit the OTAs. We're talking about C.J. Stroud's contract. Do you
Mhm.
think he gets one this year, or do they wait?
They waiting. I mean, my opinion, I think they're waiting until that next offseason. Because it's honestly smart to do that. Reason being is there's a lot on the line when it comes to him. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, some may feel like, yes, he's the franchise guy. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what happened this past season, at the end of the day, this is his moment, his time to show, like, hey, I am for sure y'all franchise guy. How do you do that? Right your wrongs in the playoffs that happened last year. And go all the way to the Super Bowl with this great defense that we have that we want to solidify as a generational defense, what most may say, because we can't say that because we haven't won. So, like I said, getting in the playoffs again, of course, have a good year. I think
Mm.
even if he get an MVP, you know what I'm saying, or he can just be a runner up, whatever. Just ball out, get us in the playoffs, and of course, you don't have to do too much. Get us to the Super Bowl, get us the AFC Championship for the first time, but then get us to the Super Bowl. And you in LA at your hometown, like all that type of stuff that can happen will really like, you know what I'm saying, help him get what he wants. We obviously know he won the bag, so yeah, that's how I feel about the situation.
Well, like I don't even think you have to be in the MVP caliber, right? Like, just go out there and have a 38,000 yard season with 35 touchdowns and under 15
Yeah,
interceptions.
he in the MVP conversation though.
Well, a lot of it you have to be over 4,000 and whatnot. I mean, so just don't turn the ball over, right? Like we got to see we got and more touchdowns. I think he had I could be wrong. What 25 touchdowns last year? That's not
I think it was
that's not
19.
good, man.
I think. I think
Was
it
it 19? What?
was 19 and 10 interceptions, if I'm not mistaken, or more is it more than that? Let me check it.
Something like that. Something like that. I
Yeah,
thought it was like 22 ish.
let me see.
I know. I thought it was in the 20 range. The low 20, right? Like I was being modest when
No,
I
it
said
was
the
19 and 8.
25.
19 and 8.
So
19 and 8,
19.
300
19-8. Yeah. See,
2,000, I mean.
Yeesh.
Yeah. So,
see that's not good.
yeah.
That's not good at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like we got to find the end zone, especially when you got big body receivers like Nico Collins
Mm-hmm.
and Jaden Higgins. You gotta get the end zone. But it also falls on coaching, right? So
Yeah.
we just gotta take the next step and see what happens. Well, fellas, again, before we talk about OTAs, we did know that EJ Speed was going to be out for some time. Well, we found out yesterday he's going to be out for the season. Harley, I'll start with you. What's the Texans' next move? Do they rely on the rookies, or do they try to make a signing or a trade to beef up that linebacker role?
Yeah, I think they're gonna rely on the rookies. I mean, at least at the moment, like it's just OTAs right now. They're still learning who they got. Like, yes, you've had rookie OTAs and all that, rookie mini camp, but I mean, they're still learning who Wade Woodas is and anyone else. What's his name? Fisher from Indiana. I forgot his first name. Aiden Fisher, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Aiden,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, so I mean, yeah, you have them too. You still have Jamal Hill. I always get his name wrong. Is it Jamal Hill or
Yeah,
Jacob Hill? I
Jamal.
think it's Jamal
Jamal.
Hill. Okay,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
you still have him. You'll see whatever happens there. Marte Mapu is who they traded for what months ago, but Overall, it's let's see what else they have on the depth chart. They're going to take a look at Wade Wooders. Some pretty decent potential when it comes to Wade Wooders. Definitely one of those typical meathead kind of linebackers. Got some really good speed, so kind of interested to see. But again, we've seen this countless times.
Hmm.
D'Amico Ryans in this defense has relied on their depth, especially like we've had corners gone down, and we've relied on all kinds of crap from the
Oh,
cornerback position, and that crap actually performed half decent in some games. So it's like, oh, okay, this defense overall, it look EJ Speed, yes, it sucks. Yes, he started what I think 8 games for you last year or 9 games, um, but hey, it is what it is. It's D'Amico Ryans. It's this defense. Not one person summarizes the entire defense. They're still freaking good, and it's going to take a whole lot more than EJ Speed to really derail what this defense is going to create and manufacture this year into 26-27.
Absolutely. Kano, what about you, Bossman?
man, like Harley said, it's unfortunately that happened. Unfortunate that happened, but like he
Mm,
said, we got to move on. Wish him well, speedy recovery. I'm not too worried at all because of what I'm saying. We got a couple of young guys, and those young guys played some good football in college. One of them won a ring in college this previous year, and he was a leader on that defense. So I'm definitely intrigued when it comes to Woodass. Like Harley said, he's tall. I don't want to call him a Isaiah Simmons, but he has that type of body at the same time, and he also have that kind of resume as far as playing safety and also playing linebacker.
mm-hmm.
Hopefully, he can give us a little type of production like that, if that makes sense. Or if it's better, it's better. Cool, but I'm not too worried about the linebacker position. I think we good. When it comes to Henry Toa, y'all know how I feel about him. But he can't cover to save his life. But at the same time, he's very good at stopping the run. He's very good at stopping screens. So I don't know if we could try to like keep him from guarding running backs or the deep routes. I don't know. It's gonna be hard to do that, but it just be unfortunate when he give up the big plays when he man on man. They run a real route and it's just simple for them to just beat them. And I was kind of surprised that Genty got him. Don't get me wrong, Genty got some speed, but Genty is not like crazy fast, if y'all know what I mean. Like Genty, I think he ran like a 4.5 or something like that. But at the end of the day, like as far as when it comes to football, we know it's not all about just speed. Like football speed and running a 40 is totally two different things. So I feel like if he would have been in a good position, that big play wouldn't happen. But yeah, that's how I feel about the linebacking position. Though we know we got the Pro Bowler Aziz, and hopefully he might get the All Pro. But if I may say this, there's gonna be a hot take in a way. But I wouldn't be mad if we wasn't hit up Bobby Wagner. I would not be mad if we hit up Bobby Wagner. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Veteranship. We can help lead these young linebackers as well. So I think Nick should probably hit his line, see what's up.
Yeah, I mean that is. I never heard that one. I mean that
Yeah,
might be
I get some
something.
people
Bobby
go
Wagner.
25, but I mean, he still got
Yeah,
some production. We're not asking him to come here to be the prime Bobby Wagner. You know what I'm saying? We just asked you to
I
come
mean
fill in the gap a
he
little
was a
bit.
Pro Bowl. He was a Pro Bowler last year. I mean, so
Yeah,
why not, right? So,
yeah,
uh, I, I'm my opinion. I think we got a steal in Aiden Fisher. I don't think the guy gets the love he deserves
mm-hmm,
um, out of Indiana. Uh, well, I think we got him like in the 7th round, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah,
I thought he was going to go a lot earlier. So I think it's a steal. I think he's going to be a great middle linebacker type of linebacker for D'Amico. I, who better to teach you how to play middle linebacker
mm-hmm,
than coach himself, right?
mm-hmm,
Like best part. Look what he did with Christian Harris.
yeah,
The dude coach him up. He can just get 20% of the same outcome he did with Christian Harris, we're golden, right? Like you said, we got Aziz outside here to just take that reign, so not a lot of pressure on him. Just go out there, make the plays, learn the game, and just improve.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. It's hard not to be comfortable when you have game wreckers like Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson. Like they're gonna make the quarterback life so quick and
Mm-hmm.
so so disruptive. Uh, it's going to be. I'm not gonna say be easy for them to learn the game, but it's going to take some. It's going to take some pressure off them, right? Like
Yeah.
if the plays are there for those two, I mean you got it right. So hopefully, and then you had the big boy from Ohio State, McDonald. Like bro, you have to be excited as a Texan fan when it comes to this defense. And
Mm-hmm.
then, like I said earlier, you had Reed Blankenship to help Kalen Bullock, a true safety. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like I love Dan Petrie, but he's not a true safety. He's a nickel corner,
Yeah.
right? So, oh man, it's just it gets you pumped. I'm ready for September.
Yeah.
Like, can we like speed the summer up and
Yeah.
make it day one? Like,
Yeah.
let's get through this. But we are not magicians or wizards, so we can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to talk about some OTAs. I'm just gonna say it. You Twitter folks, y'all got to calm down. Y'all got to quit overreacting when you hear about C.J. Stroud throwing interceptions. If you want C.J. Stroud to throw an interception, this is the perfect time for him to throw an interception. Like y'all got to quit. Listen here, Chicken Little. The sky is not falling.
No.
Like, calm down, relax. We heard the same thing his rookie year.
Yeah.
Oh, he's throwing interception after interception after interception. Here we go. Like, calm down and relax. It's not even mini camp, guys. Like, chill. So, Hardy, back to you again, bro. What is your take from the OTA so far?
Yeah, I mean, it reminds me of rookie year CJ Stroud when threw his first pass against the Patriots preseason game and it was an interception and everybody and their mama was like, we just drafted the biggest bust. And so, it's OTAs. They ain't got nothing else to talk about. So, I get it. I understand. People get upset because he's throwing interceptions. I don't really care. It don't count to me. Like, at the end of the day, he's throwing to Derek Stingley. You got to practice throwing to Derek Stingley. Like, you got to practice it. Derek Stingley needs some practice as well, too, right? Like, yeah, in NFL games, ain't nobody looking at his side. Hell, nobody really looking at Kamari's side either, but that's just pick your poison at that time.
Yep.
But, I mean, it's going to happen. Like, they're facing the best. This was a generational defense last year, and they're facing them again, and if not better. And can I add a name to the mix? We're naming all these people. I think who I really enjoy hearing the most in the little tidbits is Jalen Smith, the cornerback from USC. I was super high on him watching him last year at Texans minicamp, and I was just like, this guy feels like he has the same vibe as Kamari Lassiter.
Mm-hmm.
He is a trash talker, shit talker, backer upper. Okay, he is all that and everything. And I was like, oh, this guy's legit. And I was real upset when he had the injury, couldn't come back from it. I am ecstatic to see what he can do in year 2 for the Texans. Think it's another addition that no one's talked about enough for this Texans defense. But that's what I'm really excited about is what Jalen Smith can do. And obviously the offensive line, whatever you can grab from OTAs is, you're not going to grab a lot. It's just shirts and shorts right now. You won't know a lot till the pads come on. So whatever tidbits, quotes you can necessarily grab. I mean, that's all I can think of. But yeah.
Okay, all right. Kendall, what about you? What's your take on it?
Man, I'm worried. Now let me stop playing, man.
Oh, you.
Like,
Okay, I was
I'm
gonna
worried, man.
say, all right.
It's you know people gotta be extra. You know, it's kind of the wave now for people to overreact, and especially when it comes to OTAs, and it's been so long since that Patriots game, and we trying to see, hey, did he really work on this stuff? You know, we heard Aaron Wilson saying that he's been locked in and been in the building consistently, and you know what I'm saying, yada yada this and that. So you know what I'm saying, we supposed to see him in OTAs not throwing no interceptions and throwing, you know what I'm saying, like just perfect, going 10 for 10. Like, come on, man. Like, practice is practice. Like AI said, practice. We talk about practice. Like,
Mm-hmm.
this is where you make the mistakes. It's not in like, come on. It's okay for him to throw pitch, and like we already know. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna boldly say this. This is the number one defense in football. I don't
By
care
far.
about, and I'm finna talk
Mm-hmm.
smack because my boy just hopped in this mug. You know what I'm saying? It's a Rams fan. Ain't nobody worried about Miles Garrett going to the Rams. I don't care about the Seahawks. I don't. The Texans is the best defense in football. Okay, so yes, he's going against the best defense, so he's going to get better. You're not worrying about them picks, man. It's going to happen. As long as it's happening in OTAs and less in real games, we gonna live with that for sure.
Well, look, like I said, this is the time where if you're CJ Stroud, you are testing new stuff out, right? Like you are
Got to.
testing out different fades, different corner routes. Like this is already hit the nail on that. You're throwing against Derek Stingley. You're throwing against Kamari Lassiter.
Mm-hmm.
You're forgetting
Taylor
Kalen
Wood,
Wood, the
like
ball hawk
Reed.
safety, like Petrie. Like
You know?
you're throwing out these guys that could be. They should have been all pro. I'm just gonna say it. Look, I might be biased, but everybody on that secondary should have been all pro last year. Should have been.
Instead of
So
Reed and Stewart, I'm just like,
right.
Oh
Well
yeah,
you
true.
know,
I'm
yeah.
getting on this.
No, I know I know where you're going with it, but
Yeah.
iron sharpens iron. So the only way to get better is to see where you messed up. So
Mm-hmm.
why not throw interceptions during practice? Like, come on, people.
Yeah.
Like, get it together. And
Mm-hmm.
Hardy, I agree with you. Jalen Smith has been, man, hearing his name out there has been nice. You know, another name I'm excited to hear too is Jalen Reed. I think Reed was having a pretty good
Yes.
year and just couldn't stay on the
Yes.
field, right? So we can add him to the mix and just rotate. Like, bro, what are we doing here?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we have every position rotate, and you know that's what D'Amico loves to do is rotate players in and out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be nice. What the fans need to stop worrying about CJ is how's this line going to look like? That's what I'm most concerned about. I already think it's going to be better than last year, but we just got to see. I mean,
You
we
can
all know you can say it right, but they still got to gel, right? You got to see
yeah.
like who is going to be the starting center. That's my question. Like you pick up Rutledge in the first round. To me, you have to start him. You have to start him. You have to put him out there. I think he's going to be better than what you had last year.
Mm-hmm. Or
Like
or you wait, or you give him like 2 games or 3. You know what I'm saying? Make him feel like he really got to work for it because he already a dog. He got the dog mentality. So let him feel like, man, I got to grind for this spot. And it ain't gonna be given to me type deal just because I was drafted 26 overall. No, I got to come in here and you know what I'm saying, earn my stripes. So I think like I said, he got that mindset.
I get that, but when you have who you're going up against, I mean, I like the dude, but he was not a good center last year.
Jake
Uh,
Hill, yeah, I know.
yeah.
I know.
So
You know how I feel about it.
right. So, and like Harley said, yeah, they're in t-shirts and shorts,
Mm-hmm.
so you're not going to get a lot of it out. But you just gotta hope and pray that it's going to be better than what it is last year, right?
For sure.
Especially especially up the middle. Up the middle is where we hurt the most. Besides Ingram, Ingram was the only bright side, and Ursery on the offensive line. So hopefully, man, I'm just praying. Just please, give CJ Stroud 1 year of offensive line. That's all I want. And I just get can you just bless me once?
No, Matt, because I really feel like it was serviceable last year. Like no, it wasn't perfect. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like it was serviceable. So since I felt like it was serviceable, I only think it's going to get better. Why? You bring in Braylon Smith. You bring in Wyatt. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just only can get better. We dealt with in and outs and Juice and what's his name that we ended up. I don't know why Thomas was on our team last year, but hey, you know what I'm saying? That chapter is closed. Thanks to God that chapter has closed. But it's, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's going to be better this year. And also, the other rookie we got from Oklahoma, that right there, he's also a dog as well. So, you know what I'm saying? Big guy, he hungry, you know what I'm saying? So, I think they're going to get some good leadership with these veterans we have on this squad. And, you know what I'm saying? Just like I feel about the linebacker room, I feel the same thing about the O-line room. Like, it should only be up from here.
I forget who said it, but it was from The Athletic, one of their podcasts about football. He said just because of how bad the offensive line was last year, he didn't get much love like he should have. But Ursery played very well for being a rookie last year.
Mm-hmm.
He was a top 5 tackle in the rookies, right? And there was a lot of good tackles last year coming out of college.
You can argue he was the best. I'm not trying to be biased, but you can argue he was the best.
So that's a stepping stone, right? And like I said, Ingram was the best lineman on the team last year.
Mm-hmm.
He was a very big. And then you got people who was it, Mad Max saying that Braden Smith was one of the toughest people he ever had to go up against. Like, dude, that has to be encouraging as a fan. Like,
exactly.
You got one of the best defensive ends saying that dude's a monster.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and then you got Wyatt Teller who's been an All-Pro before.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just the pieces are there. Is now can we put it together? Like we got the jigsaw.
Yeah.
Now can we make the corners line up and make the picture right? Like can we get it going? So Hardy, you got anything on that?
No, not so much. I mean, obviously, we want the offensive line to manufacture itself into being a solid O-line. I thought what they did this offseason, I thought they did well. Especially with later in the addition of getting Wyatt Teller. I'm happy about what the Texans' offensive line, at least on paper, could look like. Again, it's always about, how does it look on the football field? So, I'm excited, though. I am. And I'm much more excited with this offensive line and how it is constructed this year compared to last year. Last year, we were super worried about what in the hell are they doing? Can we even trust Cole Popovich? I think we got some answers now with this Texans team and their front office as well, too. I think they were trying to figure out what kind of offensive lineman do we want to grab for this football team. I think there was a lot of question marks as to what they were looking for last year. This offseason, it fit clear as day that, okay, now we have a template of what kind of offensive lineman we're going to be going for, which I don't know why it was some sort of circuitous route that they took for this. Like, it felt obvious. You're looking for guys that resonate with what D'Amico Ryans is looking for defensively. Let's translate that offensive line-wise. Like, I don't know what took them so long for that mindset, but, not just Ursery of last year, but this year grabbing Braden Smith, as you mentioned, re-signing Ed Ingram, continuity matters, right? Ursery's second year, you grabbing Wyatt Teller, another guy that has that swarm mentality, fits the mold that the Houston Texans are trying to get their offensive linemen into, right? Smash mouth football, typical defensive-minded head coach. We're going to play some damn good defense, and we're going to run the football, and we're going to beat the crap out of you. And if C.J. Stroud has any sort of resemblance of just his rookie year, like I want better than his rookie year, of course, but if he resembles anything like his rookie year, it's gonna be a fun year for the Texans.
It's Super Bowl or bust, right? Like week 8, at the end of week 18, and C.J. Stroud is 75% of what his rookie year was. It's Super Bowl or bust. I mean, if you put that caliber of an offense to this defense, like you said, generational defense last year, right? And it got better. Like it got better. You had Reed Blankenship, a hard hitting safety who can help you in coverage, and then you got a Big Mac, right? You got the defensive tackle that what we've been saying since D'Amico Ryan's got here. Get this dude a young defensive tackle, right? You got Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson setting the edge. There's no reason why this guy shouldn't get 6 sacks this season, right? Like it's going to be amazing. So if C.J. Stroud has that type of, like I said, 10% of his rookie year, yeah, it's Super Bowl or bust. Even with this defense, like Anthony said, y'all not Super Bowl or bust. Stop it. We are with this defense. This defense alone.
You know that man trolling, man.
I know he is, but
you know that man trolling. Brother feeling so good. They got what's my name? Miles Garrett. He feeling so good. They got Miles Garrett. He just want to come up here to talk his smack, but it's cool.
Hey, he should be lucky. He should be lucky that the Browns hired Bill O'Brien for a day to accept that trade. Like that was highway robbery.
But we know. Hold on, we know the Browns kind of do foolish business. So hey, I wouldn't.
I mean, they did help us. They did help us. Rebuild the Texans. So thank you, Cleveland, for blessing us with that. But yeah, so that defense alone. Look, if C.J. Stroud doesn't turn over the ball 6 times last year, we're in the AFC Championship. Like, here again, Anthony said, y'all haven't seen the AFC Championship. Again, if he can amount the turnovers in the playoffs, it's a different story. So, this defense got me pumped up where I think it has to be Super Bowl or bust. It just has to, in my opinion. I mean, I've been wrong before. Everybody, like my grandpa says, opinions like assholes. Everyone got one. Sometimes it's a good one. Sometimes it's not. So we will just have to see. But we're hardly even talk about the offensive line. But what I felt to see people sleeping on is adding David Montgomery. Like Woody Marks did a good job, right? As a rookie, he got 700 rushing yards. But now you bring David Montgomery, who should be a number one. If Gibbs wasn't in Detroit, he's the number one back. Yeah. Right? Like, so.
Hey, Matt. I need you to thank me for that. Because I hit Nick Casario up on the side. But no, it's crazy. I ain't going to lie to y'all. It's crazy because I was telling everybody in group chats, I'm like, man, we need to go get David Montgomery. If we not finna trade up to draft Love, or you know what I'm saying, if we not finna get no legit running back, we need to go get David Montgomery. I did say Kamara. You know what I'm saying? One of those type of bats. And that boy Nick said, all right, I hear you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he in my, you know what I'm saying?
The crazy thing is,
it seems like it because he sure would have got him.
The crazy thing in the chat, you're right. We literally said we need to go get David Montgomery. Yeah. And within like 2 hours later, the news broke. We went and traded David Montgomery. I was like, bro, like, did the heavens shine upon us? Like, did the football God finally bless us?
Yeah.
Like, it's just good complementary football, right? Mm-hmm. With the way David Montgomery runs the ball, and then you got Woody Marks. Like, you use him in the passing game, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a good 1-2 punch.
Mm-hmm.
So and then like I know everybody's upset about the tight end that we drafted. I mean, I'm not too high on when we got him, but we that's when we got him. I mean, we should know that Nick Casario is going to go after the guys he wants, him and D'Amico. So if they see something in him, then there's got to be something. Everything I've seen, this guy can block. So to me, it looks like they're finally building the run game that we've been missing, right? So I'm excited. Like I say this every year, but it just keeps getting better. It's like Christmas all over again. The
Yeah.
last 3 years before CJ Stroud has dampened me, like it ruined me. So now that we got the promised land of D'Amico Ryans, like I'm excited. So anything to add on it, fellas?
Let me hold on. So, y'all, I'm gonna say this, and don't trip at me. Just hear me out. Y'all know how I am. So, I know we cut Joe Mixon, right? We paid that man apparently 14 million. What? We paid him 14 million last year for no reason, right? I think we should bring him back for the cheap. Bring him back for the cheap. Yes, and let him know, hey, bro, respect your role, understand your role, but we need you to, whether you the second or third string, we need you to just like kind of like what we did with Chubb, right? You know what I'm saying? Kind of like what we did with Chubb last year. I think we should because I feel like he owes us, y'all. I don't know how y'all feel. I kind of feel like he owes us because man, paying that man 15 million, he had such a down last year. And we thought he was coming back after week 5, after the Ravens game, after, what I'm saying, the bye week. We thought he was coming back and all that. And then stuff started getting pushed back. And, sometimes I hold Nick accountable because, you know what I'm saying, they was never being straightforward. But I kind of get that kind of protecting him. And then we heard all the other stuff about what happened with the shooting in the foot and getting shot in the foot and stuff like that. We don't know if that's a troll or not. Whatever the case may be, something major happened. But of course, when I say bring him back for the cheap, hopefully he can pass a physical test and see how he looks, of course. And then I will sign him back because let's say, and I just want to, I think like this just in case, because what if David got to miss a game or two? You know what I'm saying? Do you trust Woody Marks to handle business strictly? You know what I'm saying? Just by itself.
I do.
We saw what happened
I
last
do.
year in the playoffs. Not only just the playoffs. He was here. He was good here and there. You know what I'm saying? Some games he went off. Some games he was like, "What's up?" type deal. You know what I'm saying? Then also, not only that, how many games did he get hurt? And he came back, but he still got hurt. So that's how I think when it comes to that. As far as like, I'm not saying it has to be Joe Mixon, but I do feel like we need at least one more back. You know what I'm saying? In that room to help us like just have some insurance, if that makes sense.
I get it. To me, I think you just look. It was one game, but that one game it showed you some good prop. I think you take a gamble on Jahar Jordan. Like I think you give him the third running back, and you throw out there Montgomery and Woods. And I think Woods, like I said, if Montgomery gets hurt, I think Woods has the experience finally to take it. Like I get what you're saying about last year, but our run blocking was bottom of the barrel. Like it was so atrocious. So this year, you got good guards. You got a good tackle in Brady Smith to finally block for him. You got to see what he does, right? Like just me. That's my opinion. Harley, what's your thoughts on it?
Real quick, so I want y'all to get some receipts. I hope y'all can see this. I'm going to try to get as close to the camera. It says right here. But I want David Montgomery, but if we don't get him, I want us to trade up for Love. It literally says it right here. And I can show multiple messages of me talking about it. I just want to show it. I don't want people to think I'm just capping that I didn't say this. So, but I also said Brees Hall as well. Trade for Brees Hall or David Montgomery. But shout out to Nick, man. Shout out to Nick. You take it over, man.
Yeah, no. When it comes to running back, I mean, uh, I mean, you got David Montgomery and you have Woody Marks. Um, yeah, if one of them has to miss a game, then you hand it off to the other guy. I think it's simple as that. I mean, sure, Woody Marks didn't have his the best of this playoff game for sure, but neither did the offense either. I mean, in its entirety. So, and I thought overall Woody Marks played well. Jawar Jordan, I know you mentioned him. I'm curious to see. I'm just curious with him. I don't know if he even makes the team this year. I have no clue, but
Dang.
I'm just curious to see what happens with him. Um, British Brooks, what's going to
But
happen with him?
I'll let you finish real quick. I will let you finish.
Yeah,
But this is what don't want to see. I don't want to see Dare anywhere near the Houston Texans field. Like Dare needs to
Man,
be on. Yes,
get me
like he needs
started.
to be out of here. He needs to be
Get
on
me
the
man,
started.
unemployment line. Like he's gone. Like I
Get
love
me
you, Dare,
started.
but you don't need to be a Texan, brother.
Brother,
Yeah,
I do not like
you're
Dare and
good.
Gumbawale. I can't say I love you, Dare and Gumbawale. Brother, I have had many clips on my YouTube channel, and I will look dead straight ass into this freaking camera. I hate Dare and Gumbawale.
bro.
I hate Dare. I don't understand. I guess I do understand because fans love the backup quarterback. They love the running back that kicked the field goal in the Tampa Bay Bucks game. Harley, why would you kick him off the team? He kicked a field goal for you. As
Bro,
far as I know, that was a decade ago, man. I don't
bro,
give a
like, come
shit
on,
what
man.
you
Like,
did.
for real.
20 years ago, brother. Like, congratulations. You can
Exactly.
kick a field goal. Justin Reed can kick a
He
field goal. Do you see him kicking field goals on a regular basis? He's not on the football team because he could kick field goals for me. No, he's on the football team because he's half-ass decent. Darren Gumbawale is not half-ass decent. Frank Ross loves that man. Congratulations. But at the end of the freaking day, I don't want to see Darren
he's the
Gumbawale.
reason. He's the reason why
Lost
we
Rams.
lost against the Rams. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
let
of
me
I'm
that
just
say
gonna
Rams
this.
say
game.
it. He's the reason why we lost.
Not only, like Harley said, the fans, but obviously the team feels some type of way about him. Or he had something on him because the man was the captain, one of the captains last year, y'all. And to talk about that Rams game, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, and I talked about this then. For the love of God, I do not understand why this man, he's a 33-year-old running back, y'all. And this man decided to hold the ball like this and dive forward. The linebacker literally like, is you dumb? Poop! Like, come on, bro. He dove forward. He didn't take a knee. He didn't put two hands on the ball. This man was like this and dove forward. And like, come on, like but I would never understand that play. Like, bro, I would never understand that play. Never.
So, and then what makes me laugh even more is to that point because I've mentioned that before on my YouTube channel, and I've had fans go, "Well, he's never fumbled before." Well, yeah, I don't ever fumble either if I don't ever fucking play. Like, shit, man. If I'm never on the field, yeah, I never
Yeah,
fumble either. I got as many fumbles as Darian Gumbawale. I mean, come on,
man.
man. I don't.
No,
Dare is
I
is
and,
a
no,
conversation, man.
and don't get me wrong. Where I say I love you, Dare. I don't love him as a Texan player. I try to spread positivity to everybody. So I love him as a person, even though I don't know him.
For sure.
But I hate him as a Houston Texan. Like
Hey,
you hit the employment line,
hey,
right?
how about
Like
this? I love
your nearest target is hiring.
and play for the Comets next year.
Yeah,
But nah, she got a 3 year.
yeah,
I'm just talking. But yeah, his sister cold.
His
Oh, he
sister is
yeah.
cold. Now
Well,
I'll give him that.
oh yeah, she
He
cold.
he, he could go get seats at a WNBA, venue. He could go get seats and sit there for all I give a shit
Yeah,
about. Keep watching his sister because his sister cold
yeah,
as shit.
yeah.
But
that's the close. Hey, that's the closest he needs to be to a Houston sporting team, right? like on the sidelines cheering them on. Like he don't need to be nowhere near the bench, nowhere near the field. Like the dude needs to be, like I said, your nearest target is hiring. You can go put your application in.
Yeah.
Sorry, but Houston Texans do not need you. So,
Yeah.
that's one thing I don't need to see. Sorry, Hardy, keep going. What you're saying, I didn't mean to interrupt you about the Dalray.
Shit, I don't even know. Oh, I mean, I'm okay with. I'm just curious with Jawar Jordan. Yes, I'm curious about British Brooks, the running back position. I mean, I can see what Ken's saying. Like, I understand. Hey, if there's an injury, what's gonna happen? But I mean, I, then then we're gonna be scared about a lot of positions. And I mean, if there's injuries to a lot of other positions, and yeah, I might be a little bit nervous as well too. But I mean, I think that's the reason they got David Montgomery. He's the kind of back that I believe they are wanting to utilize more of. I'm what I'm more curious about with Woody Marks is I just thought that last year Nick Caley did not utilize him in the best manner, in my opinion. When I look at Woody Marks and what he did in college in comparison to what I saw year one, yes, he's a tough runner. Yes, he got injured, but continued to stay in the game. Like that shows me, he's tenacious for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But in college, this guy was a receiving machine. And yes, I understand. He was Lincoln Riley at USC, and he was with I can't remember his name from Mississippi State. He passed away, the coach. And I know these were high-powered offenses, but the stats are the stats, man. This guy's
Mm-hmm.
having 70 catches. All
Yeah.
right, like I want to see more of
Let
that
the NFL,
included in
let
this
the
year.
NCAA and catch this.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean, this isn't just some regular, oh, he had 40 catches, not bad for a running back. No, this dude
Yeah.
had 67 catches in a year, 70 plus catches,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought last year, oh, this is right up Nick Caley's alley. Like, this is the same guy that was on the Patriots coaching staff when they had Dion Lewis, a running back for them, way long ago. And Dion Lewis had about 50 to 70 catches as a running back for Tom Brady and the Patriots. I'm thinking, oh, Nick Caley's going to love this guy. He just drafted his next Dion Lewis. I thought that's what we were going to see more of, and we didn't. And that's where I was like, okay, what are we doing here, Nick Caley? Like, I wanted to see were you going to include, Woody Marks in the receiving game. I'm still curious to see what that looks like going into year two. Maybe it's more David Montgomery is going to be your running back guy, and then you can have Woody Marks right next to CJ. You can have them, have them either right next to him, or you can split them out wide in a pre-snap, or I just want to see some more creativity. Nothing too crazy. I don't want to get too exotic either. Let's keep it football at the end of the day. But I also want to have an offense there. Yes, I know it's going to be somewhat predictable. It's going to be very much a heavy run offense. But if there's just some inclusions of creativity that we're going, damn, didn't expect that. That's where I go, okay, I just want to see something different a little bit with Nick Caley and how he's progressed. I thought he progressed very well last year as the season went along. I want to know what he can do into year two.
Yeah, and then like also there's talks of moving Cade Stover into the fullback position, so that makes you wonder: are they going to start running more plays like the tush push that you've seen last year with Cade Stover? Like you said, the creativity, it kind of gives a little hint that they're going to try something new, right? Like Cade Stover, fullback, and then you got all the other plethora of tight ends that you have. Foster Monroe, Brevin Jordan's back, the
Matt,
guy from Michigan, and then what's up?
why did you say Brevin Jordan, bro?
I mean, he's still here, brother. I mean, he's probably not going to see the field. He's probably going to get hurt, but he's still here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if he's healthy, he's an option. The bad thing is he can't stay healthy. So he is the Grant Hill of the Houston Texans. He just can't see the field.
Even
So
yeah, let me say this. I don't want to make it seem like I'm finna bash Brevin Jordan. It's a guy, one of my group chats I'm in, and he love. You know what I'm saying? He think he's the GOAT and stuff like that, the greatest GOAT. Let me just say this. When it comes to Brevin Jordan, he's okay. But the what happened this past 2 years is unfortunate, yes. But as far
It's
as him coming
football.
back, man, I just don't know. We got to see what's going to happen when he come back. We got to see training camp. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to just say OTA. We got to see training camp and see how he's moving. See if he, you know what I'm saying? We can see if he's running route decent, you know what I'm saying, pretty much in OTAs. But in training camp, we going to see how he does when he's going heads up with somebody, taking blocks on, whatever the case may be. And just hope that that knee is good because he re-injured the same knee. So that's why I'm kind of worried about him when it comes to that. So, and at the end
yeah,
of the day, I feel
yeah,
like we
for
kind of
sure.
loaded at the tight end position. We got a lot of guys, of course. Dalton Schultz is the number one. You know what I'm saying? And as far as when it comes to that rookie, I didn't understand that move, but hey, can we hope that I'm gonna tell y'all this how I feel. This is my expectations. Um, this young man better become one of the greatest tight ends ever. For us to take him at 59, and everybody was like, who? And then, of course, yeah, we see the speed and all that, and how tall, big he is, whatever, pause. And, like, at the end of the day, he better have some crazy production coming up in the next at least 2, 3 years. Because, man, that move
I
right
I I, I was
there.
I was kind of on the same boat with you. Like, well, bro, what are we doing here? But then I get 59 still a little too not the spot for him. But I started watching game footage and tape on him. Now look, I'm not saying
He's
he
good.
is going to
He's
be.
good. Don't get me wrong. I watched it too.
He's something that we need, and that's a red zone threat.
This is what I'm
That's what we
saying. This
need.
is what I'm saying.
So
He better just and for the sake of him being drafted at 59. That's what I'm saying. I hoping and he better be a great tight end, and at least one of the greatest Texans tight ends ever. At least, you know what I'm saying?
I
Because
mean, right now Dalton Schultz holds the most catches as a tight end. So that's not a very. I mean, that's not a very big list of great tight
I
ends
already
in
said he
Texas
needs to be one of the
history,
greatest ever,
bro.
but I'm trying to give him a little leeway and say, you know what I'm saying, one of the
you
greatest.
got you got two
We
options.
gonna march
You
it
got
up.
Owen Daniels. You got two options. You got Owen Daniels or Dalton
Yeah.
Schultz. That's the only. Oh, I mean, you
Owen
can throw
Daniels
J.J. Watt
best
in
in
there
my
too,
opinion.
but
Owen Daniels is the best in my
yeah.
opinion right now.
Yeah, you don't got a very big list when it comes to great tight ends for the Houston Texans. So, that's a very short list.
He
So,
might be the
uh,
highest we ever drafted a tight end at. So that's another thing. So you know
could be,
what I'm
could
saying.
be.
So like I said, I'm not saying the man not gonna be good, y'all. All I know is like you just have to. You know what I'm saying? We took you at 59. We could have got Jordan Hill. You know what I'm saying? We could have got some other guys, but hey, we took you. And yes, you know what I'm saying? You got the speed, you
I
got
think
the size.
I think Sowers was still there when we took him too. That was the crazy thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Flowers
so
was there. Also the guy Sam from Stanford. And I kinda
yeah,
want him, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I think the guy we did, Marlon is more I think he has more speed, so he's more finesse guy. So
well, fellas, in the wise words of our good brother Crenshaw, this is the worst part of the show because it's the end. Harley, man, again, brother, thanks for coming on. It's always having a
Yep.
pleasure having you on here. Once you tell everybody where we can find you on social media and what you got cooking, so that way we can support you.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I am always super busy now, so unfortunately, I haven't posted as much as I usually do on YouTube. But you can still find me at the lead underscore HOU, the lead Houston, everywhere on social media, especially YouTube. I do apologize to everyone. I know I've had a few DMs on Instagram, and I've had comments on old videos of my YouTube channel of people asking when am I going to come back to YouTube. So I do apologize. I've been very, very busy. The reason I've been busy is because I help with running Wheelhouse Media. So it is a digital media company located here in Pearland, Texas. We're not too far off of 288, so we're right next to Pearland Town Center and Shadow Creek High School, if anybody's familiar with it. But we are a high-quality professional studio that you can just rent out anytime, or you could always have us cover your events. We do photography, videography, and super professional as best as we possibly can, of course. We're hosting film workshops. We got a lot going on, so please, everybody, if you're at all interested, just go to wheelhousemediacompany.com. A lot of that information will be on there. My number is on there as well, too, if you're at all interested in joining the team or needing something from us. Just, the company might be closed right now, but I'm open 24/7.
Absolutely love it. Keno, tell us where we can find you at, brother.
Yes, sir. Y'all can find me on TikTok, X, and also YouTube at Here Ken Out. You know what I'm saying? Instagram, Facebook, Kenneth the Messenger. You know what I'm saying? We cooking up. We got a little surprise as far as coming up soon. We gotta do a little something, a new song. I'm not gonna say new song, but we doing something to the song. Got a surprise with that, and yeah, man, we just cooking up. Y'all stay tuned. Yeah, man. Man, Harley, appreciate you coming, man. Good seeing you.
Thank you so much.
And then also make sure to follow our boys Crenshaw at Pittsburgh Crenshaw and Honcho at H-Town Honcho 713. Of course, A1 Day 1 Texans with myself and Texan Fab Battle everywhere. I will be coming back home to the H June 19th.
Hey.
And Harley, we're going to have to hit you up about using your studio because we're going to get live. We're going to get it going. Do some live episodes, but
yeah.
For next week we got the youngest NFL draftee ever in the NFL. The Texans drafted him at the age of 19. He's having a birthday next week, so make sure you check out Mobe Koye live here on the show. Another friend of the show family. So make sure you tune us in on Wednesday at 8 o'clock sharp. Here's good stories, good time. Till then, y'all stay blessed. Don't overreact. The sky's not falling.
Man.
Have a good night, and
Man, go on and click that last comment before we go out. Click that last comment. Hey, we gonna see you too, brother. We gonna see you too. LA in February. We gonna be there too. DJ Stroud at home. We gonna be there too. Let's go, man. Let's go.
And that note, have a good night. Stay blessed.
I'ma calm down. Who's chop it up?